Question numbers 31 to 36. Paper number 12116. Question numbers 31 to 35, 36. These questions are based on input and output. Now in this input and output, tell me how many elements are there in the input. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In total we have some 10 elements, followed by how many steps? 5 steps. Step 5 has been declared as a final output. That means 10 elements are there, only 5 steps are there, which implies that in each step exactly 2 elements are arranged, isn't it? Then find out the logic behind this one, input and the final output. Step 5 is the final output, isn't it? Then in this one, first the words, 5 words are arranged in the descending order where rope, flap, urn and bowl. These 5 words are arranged in the descending order, isn't it? And 11, 21, 68, 85, 92, the numbers are arranged in the ascending order. All the words are arranged in the descending order and the numbers are arranged in the ascending order. Then, now this is the logic. Then we need to identify the pattern followed in this. And in order to find out the pattern, we should always compare the input with step 1. Then, tell me what is the first change in this one. Bold is coming to the first place and the number 11 arranged at the last place, least word at the first place and least number at the last place. Further, this bold is shifted to the second place in step 2, shifted to the third place in step 3, shifted to the fourth place in step 4, finally shifted to the fifth place in step 5. And similarly, this number 11 shifted to the 9th place in step 2, 8th place in step 3, and 7th place in step 4, and finally 6th place in step 5. And further, and the next word to bold is earn, isn't it? Arranged at the first place. Next number to 11 is 21, arranged at the next place. And in third step, next word to earn is flap, arranged at the first place. Next number to 21, 68 arranged at the next place. Then again. And these elements will be shifted to the next place. Again, next word to flap is rope. Next number to 68 is 85. Finally, the next word to rope is where. And 85, the next number is 92. And this is how these words and numbers are arranged in this one. All the given questions are based on a single input, and so we need to draw all the steps. Clear enough? Now this is about question number 31 to 36. All these are based on the same logic and the same pattern followed in the given example. Then question number 37 onwards. Now in this 37 to 40, these 4 questions are based on comparison. 7 examinations LM, NO, PQR were held during 7 days of the same week, starting from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, and in total 7 days, isn't it? 7 days and 7 different examinations were held on these 7 different days. Then condition number 1, whenever these dates, months and floors are given, always fix them at the center, draw the lines like this, wherein we can work out 2 possibilities simultaneously. Clear now? Then coming to condition number 1, exam M will be held on Wednesday. Now M must be at this place, held on Wednesday. Only one examination between L and R. Between L and R, and between L and R, which is before what is not clearly given. Whether L is before R or R is before L, that information is not given. But whereas between L and R, if L is here, one day, next is R, or if R is here, one day gap, and the next will be L. Hence between L and R there must be exactly 1. Neither exam L nor exam R will be held before M. And this L and R must be held only after M only. Hence if L is here, R will be here, or if L is here, R will be here, that is first possible. Then what is the next one here? M at this place. If L is here on Friday, R will be on Sunday, or if L is here, R will be on Sunday. There are 2 possibilities. Exam O will be held immediately before Q. Now in the first case, O is immediately before Q means O must be on Monday and Q must be on Tuesday. And here also immediately before is clearly given. Hence O and Q must be on Monday and Tuesday. And only 2 examinations will be held between R and P. Between R and P, how many examinations? Exactly 2. Now tell me whether R can be here. If R is here, 1, 2, P and M must be in the same place, which is not possible. Hence R cannot be here. As R cannot be here, then L must be at this place. If L is here, R must be at this place. Are you following or not? And this will be L and this is R, isn't it? Now R cannot be at this place. As R cannot be at this place, tell me what is the different possibilities to this R? R must be on Thursday. R on Thursday and L will be here, isn't it? And 2 examinations between R and P. Hence, as R is here, P will be here, isn't it? Then what is left over here? N is left over, N will be here, that is the first case. Then coming to the second case, between L and R, tell me whether R can be here or not. If R is here, if R is at this place, then 2 in between L and P. Now 2 examinations between R and P. If R is here, then P and Q must be in the same place, which is not possible. Hence R cannot be here. As R cannot be here, then R must be on Sunday. Are you following this one or not? As R is on Sunday, 2 in between R and P, P will be on Thursday, and 1 between L and R, L will be on Friday, and the left over N will be on Saturday. Then we have 2 possibilities. Then what is the last information here? Examination P will not be held on Sunday, but is according to condition number 1, case 1, P is on Sunday, this case is ruled out. Finally, we are left with only this case. Done with this? Now this is about question numbers 37 to 40, 7 days, 7 different examinations, O, Q, M, P, L, N and R is the order. Then question number 37, which examination will be held on Saturday? Yes, tell me which is held on Saturday? N, that is choice 3. Then question number 38. Now in this 38, 4 out of the following. 4 out of the following is nothing but an odd man out. Now in this odd man out, L and R. Now tell me between L and R, how many are there in between? 1. O and M, between O and M, there is exactly 1. Q and L, between Q and L, there are 2. M and L, there is exactly 1. P and N, there is exactly 1. Then what is your answer here? Choice 3. Except choice 3. And in the remaining examination, there is exactly 1 examination held between these. Hence, in choice 3, there are 2 examinations held between these two, hence that is the odd one. Then question number 39, which of the following statements is true regarding the given arrangement? Only 1 examination will be held between L and O. Between L and O, there are 3 examinations, but there is only 1 that is ruled out. And exam O will be held on Tuesday, that is also false. And choice for exam L will be held on Friday, that is also false. N will be held immediately after R. N is immediately after R, this is also false. Then what is your answer here? Choice 4. For exam L will be held on Friday. As L is on Friday, that is choice 4. Then question number 40. How many examinations will be held before P? Before P, there are 3 examinations, M, O, Q and M. 3 that is given in choice 5. Done with this? Now this is about question numbers 37 to 40. Next one, question numbers 41 to 45. These questions are based on, 5 are based on seating arrangement, and PQ, RST, UV and W are the 8 persons sitting around a circular table at equal distances between each other but not necessarily in the same order. Only 3 people are facing away from the center. Information clearly specified, that is only 3 are facing away from the center, isn't it? As 3 are facing away from the center and the remaining 5 persons are facing towards the center only. Hence 8 persons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then condition number 1, T sits to the immediate left of V. In these type of questions wherein some portions are inward and some portions outward is given, the first thing what we need to identify is that whether any person is facing the center or away from the center is given or not. Isn't it? From there, we are supposed to start these type of questions. Now in this one, what is information here? V faces outside is clearly given. As V is facing outside clearly given, now I am fixing V at this place. You can fix V at any place, isn't it? As V is here, T sits to the immediate left of V. T is to the immediate left of V, T must be at this place, isn't it? V is here, T will be here. Only two people sit between T and Q. As only two people sit between T and Q, tell me how many possibilities do we have? Only two people, Q can be here, that is one possibility. And what is the second possibility? Now in the second possibility, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now V at this place away from the center. T is here 1, 2, Q can be here, isn't it? How many possibilities? Two possibilities. There are exactly two people between T and Q. Both the immediate neighbors of Q are facing the center. Immediate neighbors of Q are facing the center. Then these two persons are facing towards the center. Immediate neighbors of Q facing the center. Here also these two persons are facing the center. Immediate neighbors of Q are facing the center. Next, R sits out to the right of P. Now this R is seated out to the right of P, isn't it? And at the same time, P is neither an immediate neighbor of V nor T. P is neither an immediate neighbor of V nor T. P cannot be here, here also P cannot be here. P cannot be an immediate neighbor of V and T. And similarly, P cannot be an immediate neighbor of V and T, isn't it? Hence, P cannot be in these places. Now, in the first case, how many possibilities are there to this P? There are three possibilities. Tell me what are the possibilities? P can be either here, or here, or here, isn't it? And in the second case also, then tell me how many possibilities. P can be here, or here, or here. There are three possibilities. Are you following this one or not? Then R sits out to the right of P. Now let us discuss about the different possibilities. Now, can P be at this place? Tell me whether P can be here or not. Earlier we have discussed about the different possibilities to this P. If P is here, then what happened here? If P is at this place, R sits out to the right of P. V and R must be in the same place, which is not possible, which implies that P cannot be at this place. Are you following this one or not? P cannot be here as well. As P cannot be here, then tell me what are the different possibilities we have to this P? There are two possibilities. What are those two? Then P can be either at this place, P can be here, or P can be here, isn't it? There are two possibilities. Now, as there is a second possibility available in this one as well, now let us draw the second possibility. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, in this one, V is away from the center and T will be here. Now, I am drawing this one, Q will be here. Now, the immediate neighbors of Q are facing the center, and as we have taken P at this place, now I am taking P at this place. Done with this? Yes. Now, in the first case, R. Now, R is seated out to the right of P. As R is seated out to the right of P, hence R must be here. Are you following this one or not? And similarly here, as P is here, now if P is facing the center, R and P must be in the same place, which is not possible. Hence, R cannot be at this place. Hence, P is not facing towards the center. Hence, P is away from the center. If P is away from the center, then R will be here. Are you following this one or not? Hence, R sits out to the right of P. Then coming to the second case. Now, in the second case, in this case, tell me what are the different possibilities we can have to this P. Now, we can have P. Now, tell me whether P can be here or not. P cannot be here. Why? If P is here, 1, 2, 3, R and V must be in the same place, which is not possible. Hence, P cannot be at this place. As P cannot be here, then what is the next possibility here? Tell me whether P can be here or not. If P is here, 1, 2, 3, then P must be towards the center, R will be here. R sits out to the right of P, isn't it? That is the first possibility. Then what is the second possibility? Now, second possibility, now if P is here, 1, 2, 3, R can be either at this place or R can be here, that is not at all possible. Hence, in the second case, we are having only one possibility to this P. Done with this? Finally, we are left with only three cases. Then, R sits out to the right of P. P is not an immediate neighbor of V and T. Then, both the immediate neighbors of U faces outside. Immediate neighbors of U are facing outside. Then tell me what are the different possibilities to this one. Both the immediate neighbors of U are facing outside. Then, now in this one, both the immediate neighbors of U means U cannot be at this place, isn't it? because one of the immediate neighbor of U is R is facing towards the center. U cannot be here. Can U be at this place? Now U can be either at this place or at this place. There are two possibilities, isn't it? And both the immediate neighbors of U are facing the center. Both the immediate neighbors of U are faced outside. U is not an immediate neighbor of V. As U is not an immediate neighbor of V, U cannot be here and U cannot be here. Then what is the only possibility we have? U can be at this place. Are you following? U must be at this place. If U is here, both the immediate neighbors of U are facing away from the center. Then coming to this one, both the immediate neighbors of U are facing away from the center. Then tell me what are the different possibilities we can have. And U is not an immediate neighbor of V, hence U cannot be at this place. Then U cannot be here as well because one of the neighbor of U is facing the center, hence U must be here. If U is here, then these two persons are away from the center. Are you following this one or not? Then again coming to this one, U cannot be at this place. U cannot be here because U is not an immediate neighbor of P. Sorry, U is not an immediate neighbor of V, isn't it? Hence U cannot be here. Then U cannot be here as well because P is facing the center. Then what is the only possibility? U must be here, isn't it? U is here, hence these two persons are away from the center. Done with this? Fine. Now as of now, with the help of this information, all the three cases are valid. Then what is the next information given here? And the next information is S faces a direction opposite to that of R. S and R are facing opposite directions. Now in this one, R is away from the center, then S must be towards the center, isn't it? And S is not an immediate neighbor of P. S cannot be here, S must be here. If S is here, facing towards the center. Then tell me who is the person left over? W is the person left over, W must be here. Are you following this one or not? Then next one, in the second case, in this case, S opposite direction to that of R is facing the center, S must be away from the center. If S is away from the center, S is not an immediate neighbor of P, S must be here, away from the center. If away from the center, Q is away, S is away, V is away, P is away. That means four persons are away from the center. But as the information which is given is only 3 must be away from the center, this case is completely ruled out. Done with this? Then what is the other case left over here? And in this one, S is, R and S are facing away from the center. Now we need to have S. Hence S must be. Now sir, S can be either at this place or at this place. There are only two possibilities. But as S cannot be adjacent to P, hence S cannot be here, cannot be here. This case is also ruled out. Finally, we are left with only one case. Then in this case, now W is here. Then how many persons are away from the center? 3. Who are those 3? V, R and Q. And the remaining persons are facing towards the center only. Hence, all the persons are facing towards the center. Done with this? And this is how these 8 persons are seated around this circular table. Hence, what is the order here? V, isn't it, away from the center, S towards the center, R away from the center, U towards the center, Q away, P inward, W inward, and T is inward. Clear now? Now this is about question numbers 41 to 45. Then in question number 41, 4 out of the following. 4 out of the following is nothing but an odd man out. U is towards the center, and Q away from the center, S is towards the center, W towards the center, and P is also towards the center, except the choice 2. Remaining 4 persons are towards the center, and Q is away from the center, that is choice 2. Then question number 42. Now in this 42, who is sitting to the immediate right of T? Immediate right hand side of T is W, that is choice 3, 42. Then question number 43. Who sits exactly between U and R? Exactly between U and R. Is there any person in between U and R? No. Hence no one, that is choice 5, 43. Then question number 44. And who among the following are immediate neighbors of S? Tell me who are the persons neighbors of S? R and V. R, V, choice 4. Then question number 45. What is P's position with respect to S? P's position with respect to S and P are opposite to each other. either fourth left or fourth right. Now in this one, fourth right is given, that is choice 2. Done with this? Now this is about question numbers 41 to 45. Yes, write down this arrangement. Then let us discuss about this question numbers 46 to 50. Then question numbers 46 to 50. Now in this, 7 friends, E, F, G, H, I, J and K, study in 3 different standards, namely 2nd, 5th and 8th. 7 friends study in 3 different standards, 2nd, 5th and 8th. Now how many persons are there? 7. How many classes are there? Only 3 classes. That means more than one person is studying in each of the class or not. Hence it comes under which category? Earlier we had discussed about this one. It comes under distribution, but whereas common distribution. Common distribution means there is one parameter which is common for more than one person. Here class is common for more than one person or not. Hence whenever it comes under common parameter, then we need to divide this one, represent this one in this format. The common parameter should be written, represented like this. Hence 2, 5 and 8 are the 3 classes, isn't it? As 3 classes. Now 7 persons are there in the same way, such that not more than 3 friends, not more than 3 friends. That means 3 or lesser than 3 friends can study in each of the class, and not less than and not less than 2. This information is not required. Not less than 2 is not required. Why? Because not more than 3 is not at all possible. When that is not possible, if there is only, let us take for example in class 2, if there is only 1 person, then in the remaining what should happen here? And in the remaining 3 and 3. 3 and 3 there is a possibility, hence 7. Hence not lesser than 2. That means what is the possibility we have? The possibility we have is that now in 2 of the classes there are 2 and 2, and in 1 of the class it will be 3. Hence if you could able to identify in which class there are 3 persons studying, and in the remaining 2 classes there must be exactly 2 and 2. Are you following this one or not? ఏ క్లాస్లో అయితే 3 మెంబర్స్ ఉన్నారని మనకు వచ్చేసిందా, వచ్చేటప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది? రిమైనింగ్ 2 క్లాసెస్లో ఇద్దరు మాత్రమే ఉంటారు. Clear? Hence first we need to identify the person who is, okay, in which class 3 persons are studying. If in the 2nd standard if 3 persons are studying, then in 5th and 8th there are exactly 2, 2. And in the 5th standard if there are 3 persons studying, then in 2nd and 8th only 2 and 2. And in the 8th standard if there are 3 persons, then 2nd and 5th there are only 2 and 2. This is what the information we have. Done with this? Then, and each friend also speaks a different language at home, namely Hindi, Marathi, English and so on. And 7 persons, 7 different languages given. Now G speaks Bengali. What about this G? Now as of now I cannot represent the data. G can be either in the 2nd class, 5th class or the 8th class. G is what? G Bengali, and studies with 2 other friends. That means now the class in which this G is studying there are 3 persons, and in the remaining 2 there must be exactly 2 and 2. Hence G Bengali along with the 2 other friends, and J studies in standard 5. As J is studying in standard 5 with only 1 other person. With only 1 other person means in standard 5 how many persons are studying? Only 2 people. One is J, and who is the other? One is J, and with the one who speaks Punjabi, isn't it? And the other person must speak Punjabi only. Hence in this one there are exactly 2 people. If there are exactly 2 people, hence this G can be either in the 2nd standard or in the 8th standard. Then only H and I study together. As only H and I are studying together, if H is studying in 2nd class, H and I, then G and the remaining 2 persons in 8th class. That means G, H and I cannot study in the same class. Are you agreeing this one or not? Because in H and I there must be only 2 people, here there must be 3 people. Clear? HI and G are studying in 2 different standards. Then neither H nor I speaks English. H does not speak Oriya as well. Now these two persons are not speaking what? English. Isn't it? H and I cannot speak English. Hence put a cross. And this H is not speaking Oriya as well. Hence Oriya, this is also ruled out. Done with this? And only H and I study together. Neither H nor I speak English. H does not speak Oriya. E studies in standard 8. E studies in standard 8 means E must be here. And with the one who speaks Gujarati. Now E studies with this one, with the one who speaks Gujarati. Hence Gujarati must also be at this place, isn't it? E studies in standard 8. If E studies in standard 8, tell me whether H and I can study in standard 8? No, because in H and I there must be only two people. Hence H and I cannot study in standard 8, cannot be in standard 5. And this H and I must be standard 2. If H and I are in standard 2, and this G must be in which one? G must be in the 8th standard, because G is speaking with two other persons. And there are 2 persons in standard 2, 2 in standard 5, and there are 3 persons in this standard 8. Isn't it? Now H is here, H and I. He studies in standard 8 with the one who speaks Gujarati. And one more person is there. Who is that person? That person speaks Gujarati. Isn't it? Now with the one who speaks Gujarati. Now this H and I. And the one who speaks Marathi studies neither in 2nd nor in 8th standard. And the person who studies, okay, now who speaks Marathi must be in which standard? Must be in the 5th standard. Because neither in the 2nd standard nor in the 8th standard, must be in the 5th standard. And 5th standard Marathi, and he is none other than J. Then, if J is here, now this H and I cannot speak English. Both this H and I cannot speak English. Tell me who is the only person who speaks English? Now, this E speaks English. As E speaks English, then F does not study with the one who speaks English. Hence, F cannot be in the 8th standard. As F cannot be in the 8th standard, F must be in the 5th standard, and he is speaking Punjabi. Done with this? Then who is the person left over here? E, F, G, H, I, J, and K is the person left over, and this K speaks Gujarati, isn't it? Then coming to this one, this I does not speak English. As I does not speak English, then tell me who is the person speaks? No, sir. H does not speak Oriya. As H does not speak Oriya, then who is the person speaks Oriya? This I speaks Oriya. If I speaks Oriya, then what is the language left over here? Hindi. Now this H speaks Hindi. Done with this? And this is how these 7 persons are studying in 3 different classes. And each one of them is speaking a different language. Clear? Hence, whenever it comes under common parameter. Now this is how we need to represent the data. Done? Then question number 46. Which among the following statements is definitely true with respect to the given information? H studies in standard 8. True or false? H is in standard 8, that is false. Both F and the one who speaks Bengali study together. F and Bengali speaking together, that is also false. Next one, choice 4. And E studies with F. E and F are studying in the same class, that is also ruled out. I speaks Oriya, that is definitely true, choice 5. Question number 46, it is choice 5. Then 47. Who among the following studies in the 5th standard? Now tell me who is studying in the 5th standard? F and J, isn't it? That means the one who speaks Oriya, that is false. The one who speaks English, that is also false. The one who speaks Hindi, that is now who among the following studies in the 5th standard? K, that is false. One who speaks Oriya, that is false. F, that is definitely true, choice 3. Done with this? 47. Then question number 48. Which of the following languages does K speak? Now K speaks Gujarati, that is other than the options given, that is choice 4. Then 49. 4 of the following is nothing but an odd man out, F and E. Now this F and E are studying in different classes. I and J, different classes. J and G, different classes. H and F, different classes. K and G are studying in the same class, except the choice 5. And in the remaining 4 choices, these 2 persons are studying in 2 different classes. Hence, that is the odd one. Then question number 50, who among the following studies in the 8th standard? Tell me who among the following studies in the 8th standard? E, G and K. Among this one what is given? G is given, it is choice 4. Done with this? Now this is about question numbers 46 to 50. Yes, any doubts in this one 46 to 50? Then 51 to 55. Now in this question numbers 51 to 55, these 5 are based on syllogisms, isn't it? Now syllogisms, it is definitely follows, logically follows. Then condition number 1, some cups are glasses. Now we are representing the data like this. Some of the cups or glasses can be written like this, cup and glass. Some cups are glasses, all glasses are mugs. All these glasses are what? Mugs. And no mug is a bottle. No intersection between mug and bottle. Now this is the basic diagram. Hence with the help of this basic diagram, now first one is what? Possibility, we can work out afterwards. First we need to finalize only the definite conclusions, then only we should come for possible conclusions. How do we? Then second one, some bottles are glasses. Bottle is here, glass is here, no intersection between these two. And some bottles are glasses is false. Then coming to the first one, what is the first conclusion here? All bottles are cups is a possibility. Now tell me whether all bottles are cups is possible or not. Now this entire bottle, tell me whether I can draw like this or not. Yes. Hence all bottles are cups is possible. Possible means hence it is true. It can be true. Now in the case of possibility, we need to prove whether it can follow in at least one of the cases or not. Now I have proven a case wherein it is true once. As it is true once, hence it is possible. Then what is your answer here? Only one is true, that is choice 1. Question number 51, choice 1 is answer. Then 52. Then question number 52. Then tell me what are the statements here? Some cups are glasses. Some just same statements. Some of the cups or glasses can be written like this, cup and a glass. And next one, all these glasses are what? All glasses are mugs. And no mug is a bottle. No intersection between mug and bottle. Then what is the first conclusion? Both these two are, first one is a possibility. Second one is a definite conclusion. Some cups are mugs. Some cups or mugs is true or not? Now some of the cups or mugs means these are the cups and these are mugs. And some cups or mugs is definitely true, that is choice. Then coming to the first one, all cups or mugs is a possibility. All cups or mugs is possible or not? Why it is not possible? All cups are mugs. All cups or mug means cup is here, mug is here, isn't it? No? All cups being mugs is nothing but all cups or mugs is possible. Now tell me whether I can draw my mug like this or not. Now this bottle should not be intersected with the mug, but there is no condition between this cup and mug. Hence whether I can draw this mug like this or not. If I draw mug like this, hence it is possible or not. As it is possible, hence both the conclusions follow, both 1 and 2, that is choice 3. Question number 52, it is choice 3 is the answer. Done with this? Then question number 53. Now in this 53, no performance is a show and some acts are performance. Some of the acts are performance can be written like this. This is act and performance. And no performance is a show. Performance and a show must be like this. No performance is a show. Then first conclusion. Some acts are shows. Some acts are shows is false, act and show. And all performances are acts. All the performances are acts is true or not? All performances are acts. Now as of now this is false because only some performance or act is true. All is false. Here the question is not about a possibility, it is a definite conclusion. Hence neither 1 nor 2, it is choice 3, 53. Then question number 54. Now in this 54, all kittens are puppies. All these kittens are what? All kittens are puppies. And some of the puppies are what? Cubs. And all the cubs are what? All cubs are tadpoles. Now this is the basic diagram. All kittens are puppies. Some puppies are cubs. All cubs are tadpoles. Then what is the first conclusion here? Some puppies are tadpoles. Some puppies are tadpole is definitely true. Then second one, all puppies are tadpoles. All puppies are tadpoles, true or false? That is false. Hence only conclusion 1 is true, choice 1. Done with this? And so what is your answer? Only conclusion 1 is 2. Then question number 55. Now in this 55, some mobiles are tablets. Some of the mobiles or tablets can be written like this, mobile and tablet. And some tablets are pages. And all pages are computers. All these pages are what? Computers. Then first one, all tablets are computers. All tablets are computers. Is it true or false? False. Because only some tablets are computers is true. All tablets are computers is false. Next one, all pages are mobiles is a possibility. All pages are mobiles is possible or not? No. So this mobile, tell me whether I can draw like this or not. And again, as all the statements are affirmative, for a possibility we can draw it as a single diagram. Isn't it? Mobile equals to, tablet equals to, pager equals to this computer. Hence, what is your answer here? Second one is possible. Hence, only conclusion 2 is possible. Choice 3 is answer. 55, it is choice 3. Then question numbers 56 to 60. Now 56 to 60, these questions comes under which category? Coded inequalities. Now tell me what is the relation between T and A? T is here and A is here. What is the letter which is common between these two? C is common. Now what is the conclusion between A and C? A greater than C and C lesser than T. A greater than C, C lesser than T, 1 greater than, 1 lesser than, two opposite symbols, no relation. Are you following this one or not? Then coming to the next one, P and A. A is here, P is here. Tell me which element is common here? B is common. A greater than B, B greater than or equals to P, greater than or equals to, hence A, that is A greater than P is true. If A greater than P is true, P lesser than A is also true. Hence what is your answer? Only 2 follows. Only 2 choice place, choice 4 is the answer. Question number 56, it is choice 4. Then question number 57. Now in this question number 57, the relation between F and Y. And tell me what is the letter which is common here? J is common. Y lesser than J and F lesser than or equals to J means J greater than or equals to F. Y greater than J, J greater than or equals to F. That means Y greater than F. Y greater than F is true, F lesser than Y is also true. Isn't it? Hence conclusion 1 definitely true. Then what happened to the second one here? T and S. Now between T and S, letter which is common is J is common. J lesser than or equals to what? J lesser than or equals to S. That means S greater than or equals to J and J lesser than T. Isn't it? Now between S and T, 1 greater than, 1 lesser than, two opposite symbol. Hence only conclusion 1 is true, that is choice 1, 57. Then coming to 58. Now question number 58, the relation between N and Z. Now the relation between N and Z. Now M is here, M greater than Z, isn't it? Now between N and Z, N greater than Z is definitely true or not? First conclusion definitely true. Second one, Z and R. Now in this Z and R, tell me which element is common here? M is common. M lesser than R, M lesser than R, and M greater than Z means Z lesser than M. Z lesser than M, M lesser than R, that means Z lesser than R is true. That is both 1 and 2. Both 1 and 2 choice place, choice 1 is answer. Now 58, it is choice 1. Then coming to 59. 59. Now the relation between S and F. Now if you observe here, both the conclusions are in between S and F only, isn't it? Now S and F, S is here, F is here. The element which is common is F is, J is common. Hence in the place of this one, F lesser than or equals to J and J lesser than or equals to Q equals to S. Hence between F and S. What is the final conclusion? F is either lesser than or equals to S. Hence either it can be lesser than or it can be equals to. Hence either 1 or 2. Either 1 or 2, choice 1. Done with this, question number 59, choice 1 is answer. Then coming to question number 60. Now 60, D greater than or equals to T. D is here, T is here. Tell me which element is common here? C is common, isn't it? Then now C lesser than T. That means T greater than C. T greater than C and C. Now the relation between D and. Now C is lesser than or equals to D. C lesser than or equals to D, isn't it? Now T greater than C and C lesser than or equals to D. Hence between these two, there are two opposite symbols. As two opposite symbols, first conclusion cannot be done. Then coming to the second one, and P and T. Now P is here, T is here. Tell me which element is common here? B is common, isn't it? Now, B greater than or equals to P. Now, relation between P and T. P at this place and T at this place. Tell me what is the element which is common here? B. B greater than or equals to C and B, C lesser than T, isn't it? C lesser than T. Now, B greater than or equals to P means P lesser than or equals to B. P lesser than or equals to B, and next one, B greater than or equals to C lesser than T. Now, between B, P and T, two opposite symbols. Two opposite symbols, no relation can be drawn. Hence, neither one nor two. It is choice for example. Done with this? Now, this is about question numbers 56 to 60, coded inequalities. Then 61 to 65. Now, question number 61 to 63. These three are based on what? These three are based on blood relations. Now, in this blood relation, tell me what is information here. J is the mother of P, can be written like this. J, a female, is the mother of P. P is the brother of K. P and K are siblings to each other. And K is the mother of B. K is a female, is the mother of B. And Q is the only brother of B. Q is the only brother of B. Q is here. Q is the only brother of B. G is the father of Q. Now, G is the father of Q. G is the father of Q. And G is the father of Q. S is the daughter-in-law of K. As S is the daughter-in-law of K, Q is the only brother of B, isn't it? As Q is the only brother of B. J is the mother of P. P is the brother of K. K is the mother of B. And Q is the only brother of B. Q is the only brother of B. G is the father of Q. Now, G is the father of Q. And S is the daughter-in-law of K. As tell me, as S is the daughter-in-law of K, this S is the wife of whom? S is the wife of Q or B, isn't it? Now, there is only one brother. Q is the only brother of B. Q's brother is only B. And Q is the only brother of B. And this V is a male, let us take for example, then also Q is the only brother of B is valid or not? Or if this V is a female, then also Q is the only brother of B is valid. And the gender of this V is not known. Either this V can be male or female. And this K can be the daughter, wife of, K can be either the wife of Q or the wife of K. And there are two different possibilities. Hence, how is J related to Q? Q's mother is K, mother's mother, grandmother, choice one is answer. Then, question number 62. And if Q is unmarried, now this information, what is the necessity of providing this information? Because now as Q is unmarried, that means K cannot be the wife of Q. As K cannot be the wife of Q, then K is the wife of B, then V is a male. Then how is this V related to Z? V is the son of G, son, that is choice one. Clear now? Son, choice one is the answer. Then question number 63. How is P related to Z? G is wife, wife's brother, that means spouse's brother. Spouse's brother is brother-in-law, that is choice 3. Done with this? Brother-in-law, choice 3 is the answer. Then question number 64 and 65. These two are based on directions. Asmi is standing at point P facing east. Now this is the point P. Now this Asmi who is standing at point P is facing towards east. She walks for 8 meters. First she travels for how many meters? 8 meters. She walks for 8 meters and turns to her left hand side. And she then walks for how many meters? She then walks for 5 meters. After walking 5 meters and turns to her right hand side. And she stops after walking how many meters? 4 meters. Then Sagar standing at point R, facing what? Facing south. R is 5 meters to the east of point P. R is 5 meters to the east of point P. Now from point P, R will be somewhere here, isn't it? Then what is the distance here? Distance between P and R is 5, and the distance between R and this point will be 3 meters. Are you following this one or not? Now this is 5. The total distance is 8 meters, and the distance between P and R is 5, and here the distance between these two is 3 meters. Done with this? 3 meters. Sagar is standing at point R, facing south. R is 5 meters to the east of P. He walks for 4 meters. Now from here, This sagar travels for how many meters? 4 meters and turns to his left hand side. He stops after walking 7 meters. 7 meters means now this 3 plus this 4, hence in total this person is finally at this place. Now this 3 plus 4 equals to this 7 or not? Hence these two persons finally, this Ashmi is at this place and this Sagar is at this place. These two persons are the vertical direction. Done with this? Then question number 64. After reaching their final positions, which directions are Ashmi and Sagar facing? Now this Ashmi is facing towards east. Now this Sagar is also facing towards east. And so both these two persons are facing towards the same direction, that is east. Now this person is facing towards east, Ashmi is also facing towards east. Then question number 65. What is the distance between the final positions of Ashmi and Sagar? Now the vertical distance, this is the only distance which is left over. Hence tell me what is the total distance here? This is 5 and this is 4, and total is 5 plus 4, that is 9 meters. 9 meters, choice 1 is answer. Done with this? Now this is about question number 31 to 65. Paper number 12116. Yes, any doubts in these questions 31 to 65? Anything to be discussed once again? Then question numbers, as number series completed, then question numbers 86 to 90. Now 86 to 90, 98, 117, 79 and so on. Then tell me what is the relation between these two? Then, no sir, the numbers are increasing and decreasing. Earlier we had discussed about this case. Whenever the numbers are increasing and decreasing, we should always go in the reverse order. Now tell me what is the difference between these two? 79 and 99, the difference between these two is how much? 17 or 19? 19. And 79 and 60, what is the difference here? Again minus 9. Alternate numbers 90 and 19 are subtracted, and the remaining 17 and 36. Here the difference between these two numbers is 19. Here also 19. Hence 136 plus 19 is how much? 155. That is choice 4. Are you following this one or not? Hence whenever the numbers are increasing and decreasing, you should always go for the alternate series. Done with this? Alternate, that is choice 4. Then question number 87. Now 222. Now the numbers are in the decreasing order. Whenever the numbers are in the decreasing order, we should always go in the reverse order. Then what is the reverse order here? 26 and 54. 26 into 2, 52, plus 2 is 54. 54 into 2, 108, plus 2 is 110. 110 into 2, 220 plus 2 is 222. And 5 into 2 plus 2 is how much? 12. And 12 into 2, 24 plus 2 is 26. Then what is the number here? 12, that is choice 3. Into 2 plus 2, into 2 plus 2, into 2 plus 2, so on. 87, choice 3. Then question number 88. Now 24 and 12. Now starting with 24, ending with 700, as the numbers are increasing at a very faster rate, and it must be under which category? Multiplication or combination. Now in this 24 and 12, tell me how to represent this one. 24 into 0.5 is 12, and 12 into 1.5 is 18, isn't it? 12 into 1.5 is 18. Next one, 18 and 45. 18 into 2.5. 18 into 2.5 is 45. 0.5, 1.5, 2.5, next one must be 3.5. Now 45 into 3.5 will be how much? Tell me here. 45 into 3.5, and it is 157.5, that is choice 2. 157.5 into 4.5 will be 708. Now the given numbers are multiplied with into 0.5, 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5 and so on. And this is about question number 88. Then question number 89. Now in this 89, 4, 5, 11. Now 4 and 5, tell me what is the relation here? 137, if you observe here, the numbers are 600 choices. 600, 700, 500, 800 and so on. As the choices are at a very faster rate, it must be under which category? Either product or combination, isn't it? 4 and 5 cannot be related in the product, hence it must be under combination. Then what is the relation here? 4 and 5, 4 into 1 plus 1 and 5 into 2, 10 plus 1 is 11, 11 into 3, 33 plus 1 is 34, 34 into 4 plus 1, 136 plus 1 is 137, and the next one into 5 plus 1. Now 35 into 5 plus 1 is how much? 7 into 5, 35 plus 1, 36. The last digit must be 6. Among the given choice, last digit 6 is given only in choice 1. Done? Now this is about question number 89. Then 90. Yes, question number 90 choices please. 0 and 270 and 264. Here the difference between these two numbers is 6. As the numbers are decreasing at a smaller rate, we should go for the difference. And 264 and 40. Now the difference between these two numbers is 24. And 240 and 180, here the difference between these two numbers is 60. Now tell me what are these numbers? 0, 6, 24 and 60. These numbers can be written as? Then what are these numbers? 0, 6, 24 and 60. 0 can be written as? 0 can be written as 1 cube minus 1. Fine. Suppose never prepare 1 cube minus 1. Fine. Because last year there were on 3 occasions he has given the same question. Okay, that numbers might have changed, but where the logic is one and the same. 1 cube minus 1. This 6 can be written as 2 cube minus 2, that is 6. And 3 can be written as 24. 3 cube minus 3 is 24. And next one 60 can be written as 4 cube minus 4, 60. And finally 5 cube minus 5 is 120. And 180 minus 120, 60 is the answer. That is choice 4. Done with this? Now this is about paper number 12116. Question numbers 31 to 65 and 86 to 90. Yes, any doubts in these questions?